Peace family, back again at you with a new video, and we're just going to talk about this fraudsters, man, teaching evolution, because you see these niggas teaching that stuff all the time, and this is the cube reality that they are stalking. That's another website I found that's called aribahak.com, and he's breaking down this Darwin of evolution is wrong, hoax busted evidences of false evolution theory. See that? Fraudsters Darwin fake theory of evolution. Let's start from the top. It says, shame on top universities like Cambridge, Oxford, and Harvard, who are imparting wrong theories of evolution to their students. See, just to think that they, these students be, man, they are breeding set of individuals who will perform experiments leading to debates, to debacles, and fatal accidents. This role has seen multiple instances when experiments based on wrong theories led to accidents, spread of disease, and causing harm to human race. See that? Darwin theory of evolution is false. See that? Darwin theory of evolution is false. That's the index. You know what I'm saying? Vedic Hindu wisdom and experience plagiarized. 1.2 proven evolution theory of Darwin is fake. 1.3 Darwin's theory of evolution lies, busted. 1.4 existence theory from Vedic wisdom. Fraud exposed Darwin theory of evolution. See that? Even they are exposing the Darwinian BS, man. Vedic Hindu wisdom on existence plagiarized. See that? Time has come to revert the Vedic roots and raise real facts. Science means to know and systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, etc. It is based on observation and experimentation. Evolutionists don't know anything about man's origins. They guess, suppose, etc. But they don't know. Honest scientists have become wary and embarrassed at confusing, convoluted and contradictory claptrap that often passes as science. See that? They have watched their colleagues rushing to protect Darwin rather than putting him to rigorous tests. World-famous scientist G. Simpson stated, "It is inherent in any definition of science that statements that cannot be checked by observation are not about anything, or at the very best, they are not science." See that? Readers know of many incredible mistakes made by evolutionists because of their fate. Haeckel's recapitulation theory that only third-rate scientists believe, also the vestigial organ error, the failure of fossil record that no informed evolutionist uses to prove his position, etc. Dumb boys made the observations as replicated here. Proven evolution theory of Darwin is fake. Fossil records suggest evolution theory of Darwin is fake, people. Dr. David Kitts, professor of geology at the University of Oklahoma, said evolution requires intermediate forms between species and paleontology does not provide them. And Lord Zuckerman admitted that there are no fossil traces of transformation from an ape-like creature to man. Even Stephen G. Gould of Harvard admitted the fossil record with its abrupt transitions offer no support for gradual change. I assume that all colleague professors know that Darwin admitted the same fact. I also assumed, hold on, yeah, as I'm saying, the whole evolution theory, as you can see, is fake, okay? And that's all you need to know. This Reddit website, they're exposing them, yeah. All the alleged transitional fossils that were so dear to the herd of evolutionists a generation ago are now an embarrassment to them. Breaks my heart. Archaeopteryx, I can't read that, people. Archaeopteryx, yeah, is now considered only a bird, not an intermediate fossil. The famous Hearst series that is fossil, found in some textbooks and museums, has been discarded and is considered as phantom and illusion because it is not proof of evolution. In fact, the first Hearst in the series is no longer thought to be a Hearst. And when a Hearst can't be counted on being a Hearst, then we've got trouble. Real trouble. Right here in the River City. See this, people? This is the ancestors of Darwin, people. See that? The same ancestors of these Negroes. So what's all the racist stuff about? Why they think they're better? Why they think Africa is the origin of all people when they all came from monkeys, people? That's the belief that they own. Yeah. You see that? That's what they believe, people. Fake evolution theory. Yeah, you got this devil here telling them he came from the monkey, Darwin. See that? And that's what these niggers follow. But they're gonna tell you that, they hate white men, and white man is racist, and they got to be racist too. They gotta move. African people is the originators of everything. All blacks came from Africa. No, it's telling you here all monkeys came from Africa. Okay, and then they became black and white, and they became prophets of Yahweh. You see that? They came all the way from monkeys, people, their ancestors. This is what the low self-esteem is coming from. Once they give you that your ancestor was a monkey, you're done, people. You see that? You got this guy, yeah, Darwin, telling them after the reset, yeah, that's what you guys have to understand. This got to be done all after the reset, because you're not going to be living in the earth for thousands and millions of years, and then you're only going to find the truth from Darwin. That was yesterday, people. Like, there was nobody else before that did nothing. No big truth about nothing. Yeah. But in 1800s, all this stuff was going on. Yeah. Was the time they finding out all this truth? All the people that lived before were too stupid. Your ancestors had no records. And then after research, you have to go to these guys to suck up to some bullshit truth that they made in the lab. They told you they made it, these monkeys. Yeah, that's where you came from. The evolution, people. That's their ancestors, people. There's nothing spiritual about this monkey here. Yeah. And there's nothing in common with black people because monkeys are not spiritual beings. Yeah? They're just monkeys. Understand that? And you can see Darwin ancestor is the same ancestor that, ran these monkeys. You know, fake evolution theory that humans emerged from monkey. That's right. Yeah. Concerning transitional fossils, world famous paleontologist Colin Patterson admit that there is not one such fossil for which one could make a watertight argument. Not one. See that? It's all a foolery. It's all a deception they sell on you. It's all a make-believe system like that religion, dude. Surely it's not necessary for me to remind college professors and that Piltdown man was a total fraud and Nebraska man turned out to be a pig, not an ape man. And recent years have discovered that Neanderthal man was simply a man with rickets and arthritis, not the much desired ape man. Need I go on? The truth is that only a fool says evolution is a fact compared to gravity and equate scientific creationists with flat earthers, and many evolutionists do its outrageous irresponsibility. That's right. So I teach you guys that the earth is not spinning in space, okay? But let's not assume the name flat earth because this is all coming from their psyop to confuse you and to make you not believe the truth. You understand that? They got a lot of agents on YouTube with millions of views teaching you flat earth. That's for a reason. Understand that? That's to conquer the minds of the weak Negroes. Yeah, they're gonna hate what is truth and they're gonna accept the lie because what they do, they create this fake word flat earth, yeah, and created a program out of it to confuse you. Understand that? Never ever use that terms. All you need to know is that the earth is not spinning in space at 1,000 miles per hour. You're not that stupid to believe that. Understand that? Now, Darwin's theory of lies busted, Darwinian theory of evolution is a myth proved by pragmatic biologists. See that? I'm not the only guy out here that come to the conclusion that it's all a BS, people. You see that? Biologist Dr. Pierre Grasse, considered the greatest living scientist in France, wrote a book to launch a frontal assault on all forms of Darwinism. Grasse is not a religious fanatic, yet he called evolution a pseudoscience. That's right. They got all these pseudosciences on you, people. And you got, even then, these doctors are telling you that these guys are making up stuff. Honest doctors. You know what I'm saying? Not these doctors trying to build nations. They all have an agenda. You know what I'm saying? So they have an agenda to teach you evolution, and I already told you for what purpose. Okay, to give you low self-esteem. Okay, they gave you that evolution bullshit. Yeah, because once they tell you you're coming from a monkey, You don't want to be nothing. You don't care about life. You don't care about your brother. You don't care about the earth because you're just an animal. You've been told. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. That's the Vedic wisdom telling you it's all bullshit. Natural creative elements in human egg and sperm prove evolution is wrong, people. You see that? How come these people are not telling you that? Interfering with Vedic wisdom, inferring Vedic wisdom as per Gaurab Saha, the evolutionist ignores the problem surrounding the human female egg and the male sperm in the evolutionary theory. The human female, like other mammals, has XX sex chromosomes and the male has XY sex chromosomes. The female egg contains the X chromosome and the male sperm contains an X chromosome and for the reproduction, and the female or Y chromosome for reproduction of a male. The female eggs all develop within the ovaries while she is a baby, fetus, within her mother's womb. Evolutionists claim environmental factors cause small changes in the offspring of the evolutionary chain. However, the environmental experience of the female cannot change the chromosomes within her eggs. See that? And cannot have any effect upon her offspring. Her body cannot go into the eggs contained within her ovaries at her birth to make an intelligent genetic change. Females cannot be a part of the evolutionary theory for these reasons. See that? You see that? The male sperm are created very differently from the female egg. See that? The sperm are created in the tests of a male on a daily basis. This short time period between the creation of the sperm and the conception within the female precludes any possibility that the male can be a part of evolutionary process. A harsh winter or some other environmental condition does not affect the tests in any way that would alter the chromosomes in the sperm. Therefore, the male could not possibly contribute to evolutionary change caused by the environment. This fact applies to humans as well as all other mammals. There are no ways possible whereby environmental adaptation could occur through the male part of the chromosome. Neither is there any scientific evidence that environmental experiences change the genetic code. See that? Within the sperm. Yeah. Males cannot be a part of the evolutionary process for these reasons. These scientific facts prove evolution of the human species caused by environmental adaptation or any other reason is impossible. See that? They're not down with the bullshit of evolution. The Vedas, they told them is Darwin is an idiot. Yeah, idiot Darwin, debunked. DNA mechanics debunks theory of evolution. You see that? How come they don't tell you that? These niggas run around talking they know so much about DNA. Yeah? How come they don't tell that DNA mechanics debunks theory of evolution? They don't know nothing about blobs. I told you, they're not scientists, man. Stop listening to these foolish negros. The reason why some animal DNA have sequences identical to those of plant DNA is known by those who accept scientific truth. See? The two DNA had one thing in common. They were both perfectly designed by the same Almighty God, the Creator. This is analogous to things that are designed and created by people. The rear end differential of a Ford F-750 dump truck is sequentially the same as the rear end differential in the Ford Mustang sports car. They share identical mechanical engineering concepts because they were both designed by the same company. That's right. The dump truck simply has parts that are necessarily made larger to handle the higher loads and torques. Then they show you the stupid Darwin busted, you know what I'm saying? Freud exposed, theory of evolution. You guys can read the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? And they debunked the whole thing down as fraud, as you can see. Okay, there's no reason now for you to continue believing these frauds, these scientists that could never ever prove no evolution. Yeah, and they showed you that scientifically no mammal eggs are going to change because of an environmental change. And you know that all that talk about environmental change is a big psyop. They use that shit for a big psyop already. Yeah, that's why you got all this environmental shit going down. Spraying the skies all day. Yeah, if environmental change uh, did alter the human DNA, like they claim in this false pseudoscience,